I want to talk about intimacy in marriage. Intimacy in marriage. And I know that sometimes you wonder, how do I keep it sizzling? How do I keep it thriving and entertaining and not boring? And a lot of times I get these questions. How do I get my wife, interested and excited about intimacy in our marriage? And so I want to share a little bit about that. That's a big topic, but today let's look at a couple of things that you can do. Number one, friendship in marriage is very important, because friendship creates the atmosphere at which we are going to be free with one another, we can be playful with one another, we can feel comfortable with one another. But when the friendship is not there, then it is very difficult to have that sizzling intimacy that you are looking for. Now let me look at intimacy in five ways. There is physical intimacy, which is the sexual intimacy that a married couple, that's why we get married anyway, otherwise you just need a roommate. And then number two, we have what we call intellectual intimacy. And intellectual intimacy especially is very important to men, because you have to engage the mind of a man for him to be interested and for him to be to have respect for you as a woman. And you can have these conversations not just about kids. Talk about politics, talk about things that he's interested in. And then number three, you have to have what we call social intimacy. And social intimacy is how you as a couple interact with the outside world. What are your connections with other people? Because that is part of that having a life together. It doesn't help when I have my own friends over there and he has his own friends over there. He has things that he does on his own. No. Let's try to have intimacy in our social interactions, in our social spaces and networking as a married couple. And also, we also have what we call I'm thinking about it, is how we do things together, like having hobbies. If he is interested in golf, learn about this thing that he loves to do. When he is interested in, she is interested in making flowers or having a garden, get interested in those things, because then you build intimacy on the things that you love to do, the things that make your life interesting. And if you have that kind of an intimacy, then you spend much more time together. Remember that friendship is built by time that we spend together. And then also we also want to look at the fact that we are working together. Partnership is very important. So you see, when I talked about intimacy, I just didn't talk about physical intimacy, sexual intimacy. I talked about other ways that you create this sexual sizzling intimacy in your marriage. You have to be on the same level in so many ways. Connect on deeper levels. Now, I'm going to say also as a very important, understand your partner's language of love. We are told by researchers that there are 5 languages of love. There is the language of gift giving. There is the language of spending quality time together. There is the language of affirmations, words of affirmation. There is the language of doing things for others, kindness and acts of kindness is very important to some people. And then there is the language of physical touch. Learn how your spouse loves to be loved, and then overdo it for them. And if they love gifts, give them gifts. Let them know, I was walking around and I was looking and I saw this gift and I thought about you, how it would look on you, how it would make you feel, and I bought it, my love. Here it is. Let me tell you, if you do those things, you touch the spaces in your spouse's heart where they feel connected with you, where they cannot get enough of you, where they want to be with you. Let us work on creating this friendship environment in our marriages, so that we can experience the intimacy that we have always desired. May God help us, and may you have a very great, sizzling, thriving relationship with your spouse.